Now we're going to make our brick take damage from the laser. To do that, we'll open up our laser script, and in the part where we find the first thing that we've hit, we're going to figure out if that thing can take damage, and if so, we'll just tell it to take some laser damage. Now, right now, the only thing that we have that will be able to take damage is a brick, so we're going to start by just seeing if the thing that we hit is a brick, and then we'll make it more generic as we have more things to damage. So say var brick equals, and here we need to get the brick component from the collider. So we'll say first thing, let's see if I can spell it right, dot collider dot get component, and we want to get a brick. If the brick is not equal to null, so if brick, then we'll tell the brick to take laser damage. Now, I don't have a method for take laser damage yet, so we'll just generate one, and we'll figure out how that should work. So taking laser damage on a brick should be relatively straightforward. We have two real options. We can either keep track of some amount of health, or we could just keep track of the amount of time that this thing has taken laser damage. And that's what I want to do. We're going to add in a new field here for damage, or let's call this laser damage time. And we'll plus equals time dot delta time. So we're going to add the amount of time since the last frame to our laser damage time. I'll hit Alt Enter and generate a field for it. I'll remove that private keyword and make this one internal, change it to public. Now I want to add a serialized field for the amount of time that we can take. So I'll add a new serialized float. That's the, let's say laser destruction time. And I'm going to set that to 1 second. Now, in our take laser damage method, we'll check to see if our laser damage time is greater than our laser destruction time. In fact, I'm going to rename this. Let's call this taken damage time, underscore taken damage time. Make that a little bit more explicit. If that's greater than our laser destruction time, or equal to, let's add the equals right after the greater, then we want to destroy our game object. But when we destroy our game object right now, we instantiate a particle and then do the destroy. So let's take that bit of code, line 34 and line 35, hit Alt Enter, extract it, and make a new method called explode. This will do our explosion and kind of destroy our object cleanly and give us that particle at the same time. I'll remove that private keyword, copy the explode method, scroll up, and we'll paste it right here. I don't need the braces for 16 and 18 though, so I'm actually going to paste it over them. I'll select it and paste so that we just have that one-liner. Now we'll save and do a quick build just to make sure everything's saved, and then go back into Unity, and we should expect to see our brick blow up after 1 second. Let's see if that's the case. I'll press play, run over, turn that switch on, and watch our laser blast through that thing, get some particles. Let's see them in action. So I run through. Oh, there we go, and it blew up. Looking pretty cool. Let's stop playing though, and I want to go add a couple more bricks. I'm going to take this brick right here, and let's add a rigid body 2D component to it. So I'm going to add a rigid body to this one because I want to make a brick that can now fall. I'm not going to add this to the prefab. I just want to play with it for a moment and experiment, and maybe we could make a falling brick later. Maybe that could be the gray brick as the falling one and the brown brick doesn't fall. Let's duplicate it though. I've got my brick with the rigid body. I'm going to duplicate it, drag it up, duplicate it, drag it up, duplicate it, drag it up, and press play, and just watch as all those bricks get destroyed and fall down. Let's see. Remember, the one on the bottom does not have a rigid body, so they don't all just start falling down. There we go. It's blasting through them. It stops. The second I turn it off, it won't keep blasting, and then it'll turn back on and start blowing these bricks up. That is looking pretty cool, I think. Now I want to go into plastic and commit our changes so that we've made bricks break with lasers, or lasers can now destroy bricks. I'm going to save my scene even with those weird bricks that I've got here and check in my changes.